Happy Saturday, everyone. We are going to do a little bit of a different reading vlog today. We are going to see how much reading we can get done this evening. It's about 4:15 p.m. and I'm gonna start getting ready for the day. I was productive earlier and I realized I want to put on some makeup and look cute, and I have to run some errands. Other than that, there is nothing on tonight's agenda besides reading. Here's an idea of what I want to get to today. Start the audiobook of Call Me By Your Name. I want to continue my read of Losers by Harley Laroux. So we're in for a really good night. I'm gonna start getting ready and also listen to Call Me By Your Name. Armie Hammer is the narrator of this? That's so crazy. Makeup is done. We are 4% into the audiobook and so far I'm really enjoying it. I do have to say that I have seen the movie before, so I know what I'm in for when it comes to the story. And I know there's like issues because like Elio is like 17 years old and there's just problems with that I'm very aware of. And also Armie Hammer, he's a weirdo, but I really like the movie. Okay, I was so sad by the end. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the audiobook. So now we're gonna go run our errands. I am 9% into the audiobook and it is 5:06 p.m. so we're just gonna keep it going and I will continue to check in with you guys. I'm gonna start putting groceries away and I am going to have some leftovers for dinner. I am starving. It is 6:52 p.m. and I'm 27% into the audiobook. For dinner, we are having some leftover pasta and a piece of garlic bread, and I'm continuing to listen to the audiobook. I'm pretty invested in the story, mainly because Elio is so unhealthily obsessed and infatuated with Oliver. You can clearly tell that like this is not going to end well, and they're now having like that conversation where Oliver is like, we shouldn't have this conversation, but you really understand what it is that you're asking. And I can definitely tell where this is very problematic, because he even mentioned to Elio, who's barely 17, I'm almost a decade older than you and I barely know whoever the person they were talking about was, right? I don't know, it's just like that comment really reminded me of that age gap. It's not like you're rooting for them, you're just kind of like watching Elio uncover parts of himself, and it's interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna continue listening to my audiobook while I have my dinner. I just wanted to check in with you guys. 7:15 p.m. and it's 30% into the audiobook. Checking in, it is now 8:32 p.m. and I am 46% into the audiobook. I was gonna sit and start reading, but I ended up beginning to declutter my closets. It just feels good to get something done. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I have finally finished everything that I need to for tonight. I'm very productive, so now I can finally sit down and read Losers, which I don't know if I'll actually be able to finish tonight, but I do plan on making a big dent. It is 9:53 p.m. and I am now 60% into the audiobook of Call Me By Your Name. I made a huge amount of progress today, but if you are curious, in the book, that means I am on page 146 out of 248. So Elio at one point mentioned to Oliver that he doesn't just have like a crush on him, but he like worships him. I think that is like pretty much the best way to describe the way Elio sees Oliver. He's literally worshiping the ground that this man walks on. Sometimes it's like lust, but sometimes it's like he almost wants to be Oliver. So it's very interesting to see Elio's thoughts. It pretty much has kept me very intrigued and entertained. It is time for me to pick up Losers. I'm on page 435. There are 577 pages. I'm not good with math. I have 142 pages left in Losers. I made myself a little drink. So delicious, so cheers. I yapped for a little bit too much, so it is now 9:57 p.m. and we are going to start off on page 435. Ooh, Jess might be making a new friend, Julia. At least I hope so. She deserves real friends. Oh shit, Jess just ran into like the one person that even freaks me out, Mr. Reed. I don't like where this is going. I'm so nervous. I'm genuinely like Someone almost said the L word. I'll say it. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, chapter 41. I wish this had tequila. Ooh. Chapter 44. It is now 10:29. So page 483. Chapter 45, and it looks like they are going to get into some trouble. We knew these weren't her friends, but fuck Danielle. Jess is definitely doing her thing. It is 10:43. I just got to chapter 46, which is page 505. Now I'm going to take a little break from this and take a nice hot shower. I'm on my dot, and right now I need something to relieve some of that pain because nothing has been working. I'm gonna go back to listening to the audiobook while I take a nice hot shower. I'm about to take off my makeup and jump in the shower, but I just got to the peach scene in Call Me By Your Name, so it's just so interesting listening to it right now. I'm freshly showered. I ended up putting away some laundry as well. So it is now 11:32 p.m. and I am at 67% into the audiobook of Call Me By Your Name. And if you are curious, that means I'm on page 164 of the physical book. And I am going to continue my read of Losers. I'm on chapter 46, which is page 505. And it is now 11:32 p.m. They are enjoying a cup of coffee in the early morning, and his dad's there. And I'm very, very nervous to turn the page. Holy shit. All done with Losers, and it is now 12:17 in the morning. Since I started my vlog today, I listened to a total of 67% of Call Me By Your Name, which is the equivalent of 164 pages of the physical book. Finished Losers, which was a total of 142 pages. With the audiobook equivalent, that is a total of 306 pages read this evening. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to bed now. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and as always, happy reading.